Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV was born on October 3, 2001, in Rancho Cucamonga, California. The youngest of 4 children, CJ grew up in a household filled with love, faith, and resilience. But life wasn't easy. His early years were marked by financial hardship, and behind closed doors, the Stroud family carried a burden that most couldn't see. When CJ was just a teenager, his father was sentenced to 38 years to life in prison. The loss shook the family to its core, and the weight of it fell especially hard on CJ, the man who had once guided him on the football field and in life was suddenly gone. It was a turning point, one that would either break him or push him to become something more. His family struggled to make ends meet. At one point, they lived in a small apartment above a storage facility. Football wasn't just a game, it was his escape. It was the one thing he could control, the one place where the chaos of life didn't reach him. And even then, he wasn't the biggest kid, he wasn't the fastest, and early on, he wasn't even the starter. But what he had was focus, vision, and an unmatched work ethic. At Rancho Cucamonga High School, CJ began to separate himself. He studied film obsessively, often staying up late, breaking down his own mistakes. He wasn't just playing the game, he was learning how to master it. By his junior year, he began to get noticed. And during the summer of 2019, everything changed. He received an invite to the prestigious Elite 11 quarterback competition, a showcase for the nation's top high school signal callers. Few expected Stroud to win. In fact, he wasn't even considered a top prospect going in. But when the lights came on, he delivered. He displayed poise, accuracy, and a deep understanding of the position that few his age possessed. By the end of the camp, CJ Stroud was named the Elite 11 MVP. That performance didn't just change his ranking, it changed his life. Suddenly, offers from top schools started to pour in, and in October of 2019, he made his decision, the Ohio State University, a program known for winning, for producing NFL talent, and for quarterbacks who carried the weight of a legacy. At Ohio State, Stroud redshirted his first year, sitting behind Justin Fields. But when his time came, he didn't flinch. In 2021, as a redshirt freshman, CJ threw for over 4,400 yards and 44 touchdowns. He was a Heisman finalist, and he did it while playing through injuries and growing pains. He had a slow start that season, but the way he responded, never panicking, never complaining, made it clear. This wasn't just a talented quarterback. This was a leader. By 2022, Stroud had fully arrived. He led the Buckeyes to the college football playoff and put together one of the most memorable performances of his college career against Georgia, nearly knocking off the eventual national champions. He made throws that left scouts speechless, tight window lasers, on the move, under pressure. He showed toughness, leadership, and that rare blend of talent and timing that defines NFL greatness. As the 2023 NFL Draft approached, CJ was considered one of the top quarterbacks in the class. But the rumors started to swirl. Questions about his test scores, whispers about whether he was too system dependent. The noise got louder, but Stroud, as always, remained calm. He let others talk. He let the tape speak. And when draft night came, the Houston Texans made their decision. With the second overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, they selected CJ Stroud, a quarterback they believed could finally bring stability and star power to a franchise searching for direction. From day one in Houston, Stroud embraced the moment. He wasn't a talker, he was a worker. Under new head coach DeMeco Ryans, another rising star in the NFL, the Texans were building something different. A young, hungry team with a chip on their shoulder, and now they had their quarterback. In his rookie season, Stroud was nothing short of sensational. He led the league in touchdown to interception ratio and set records for passing yards by a rookie. More than the numbers though, it was his command of the offense, his calm under pressure, and his leadership that turned heads. The Texans went from a bottom feeder to playoff contenders in a matter of months, and it all started with the quarterback. What makes CJ Stroud's story powerful isn't just the success, it's the journey. From a kid growing up in hardship, dealing with the pain of losing a father, to the prison system, to standing tall on one of the NFL's biggest stages. He represents a new wave, not just of quarterbacks, but of young men who lead with humility, who rise above the noise, and who never forget where they came from. Houston didn't just draft a player, they found a cornerstone, a leader, and perhaps the beginning of a new chapter in franchise history. The road ahead will have challenges. That's the nature of the league. But if his journey has proven anything, it's that CJ Stroud doesn't run from adversity. He meets it head on, and he wins. If you enjoyed this journey into the making of one of football's brightest young stars, there's more where that came from. We break down the stories behind the players, the struggles, the breakthroughs, and the moments that define a career. Don't forget to subscribe to the Rookie Tapes for more in-depth profiles on the future of the NFL. New stories every week, only here.